the jibber jabber. Don't be babbling like a fool. Say what you got to say. That's all. Then shut your dang pie hole.
Welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. Busted out of the bunker a long time ago, but got into the reception zone here to talk with you guys. I got to tell you, folks, I'm more concerned about World War III than ever. And as I've stated in the past, I believe it's already started. World War III, that is. We just haven't gotten to the part where nuclear explosions are happening. I think it's important and instructive for us to talk about history. We got World War I, right? There was colonial imperialism everywhere. It was a race for material wealth, assets, natural products, food. All that was going on at the time. And we had not one, not two, but three empires that were being expansive, if you will. You had the Anglo-American European Empire, and then the other European empire, the Franco-Prussian Empire, and one that people don't talk about a whole lot, right? The Arab Empire, or Ottoman Empire, or Muslim Empire. It was called the Ottoman Empire. That way everyone goes, who the fuck were the Ottomans? And they don't think anything of it. They were a big part of that war. They were also a big part of World War II. Most people don't think about that, though. World War II was an extension of World War I. Lessons weren't learned. But there was another component that was introduced. Well, it was introduced, and then it became a factor after the war. So what we're talking about here is the Europeans couldn't figure out how to have peace. The Muslim Ottoman type peoples couldn't figure out peace. The American government says, peace out, World War II. But it was the businesses, the super wealthy banker cartels that wanted World War II. Not in the way that you think, but we'll get to that here real quick, hopefully. What they wanted and what they didn't like was the communist growth in Russia becoming the Soviet Union. Kind of like in World War I, we had the Franco-Prussian empire to worry about. Now the bankers and the businessmen of Europe were terrified of communism, and I think rightly so. So they literally funded Adolf Hitler and threatened war all the time. And they pushed for war, and they pushed for war, and they eventually got it. Then World War II was fought in Eastern Europe on the Russian side. It was fought in Western Europe from the French and then German side. It was fought in the Pacific also, which was a new addition to this world war situation. It was also fought in Africa. But it became much more global, if you will. All of this ties together what is happening today. That Europeans don't know jack squat about anything. The current modern European leader doesn't know shit about peace, about business, about society, nothing. They're destroying themselves. And they're happily doing it. They're calling for it. They're exclaiming it. They want war even. And I heard years ago, we should put women in charge. All these stupid men want to do is have wars. Well, at the European Union, they got 3 women at the top. All they want is wars. Right? We got that. So now, lately, since Zelensky absolutely failed by going to the White House, remember that debacle? And then the little bastard said, no, since Europe can't give me any money, I want you guys to be friends with me and give me money again. I'll sign whatever you want, says Zelensky. Again, for the 4th time, not in a negotiation with Trump, but through the media. He apologized. And then, guess what? I said it's a trap. He's a liar. He's a backstabber. What did he do? The exact same thing. For the 4th fucking time, he changed his mind. He changes his mind more than a millionaire heiress at the Louis Vuitton store being told there's only one purse you can buy. So pick one of these. She's going to change her mind all day. Just one. Okay, so here we go. Emmanuel Macron has now decided to step up, and he is going to lead a coalition for peace. No, I mean for war. No, I mean for controlling Russia. See, they can't call for war directly. They certainly aren't calling for peace. So they have to call it something else. And this is key. They have to say, well, the prospect of Russia invading all of Europe is imminent. Folks, it took him 2 years, Russia, just to secure those eastern provinces in Ukraine. Literally took him 2 years. Putin. And France has nuclear missiles, folks. So what does France do? They're going to threaten nuclear war. Well, so they're going to make demands of Russia, tell Russia to give up those territories. Well, those territories voted. They had an election. They democratically voted to decide we want out of Ukraine and we want to be a part of the Russian Federation. I thought people could choose who they wanted to associate with, free association. So now Europe doesn't like that. Ukraine wants his money, I mean his land, I mean his people. No, he doesn't want any of those things. He wants power and control. He wants to stay in power and maintain control. Zelensky does. That's why he will not have an election, because nobody likes the little cretin. You notice I haven't called him any names based on his preferences. So here we are, folks. The Europeans can't figure out that peace is what you're supposed to want. They can't afford another war. And this is key also. They can't afford tanks. They won't let their people go die in huge numbers, but don't worry. They can replace the men with lots of jihad Joes. You bet. Jihad Joes to replace the European men. All the European men that are going to go get killed in Eastern Europe. How much you want to bet Jihad Joe and Machine Gun Mustafa are not going to be drafted to go fight? Since they don't have the money, they don't have the men, they don't have the training, they don't have the skill. All they have is nuclear weapons. They will use them against Russia, and we will have World War III. Nuclear. If they keep going down this road, the same way they did in World War II, where America wasn't involved until after, but American bankers were involved. Same deal, folks. They're incapable of peace, and so they'll find war. Chance favors the prepared mind. I sure hope you have food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, and a means of self-defense. Because it could get stupid. I don't think we're there yet now that they're going this route. Since Trump got out, I think it delayed their plans to completely annihilate themselves. But they're going to do it in a different way. It's interesting to watch. History is our guide, and wisdom says, get prepared. Semper Fi. God bless America. May peace reign